taking a ride, aren't you? Rolling up a steak and going to Vegas.
Welcome to the #1 poker radio show in the world. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. 1 full hour of poker news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises. Now let's bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
All right, we're just in time for the bathroom sprints. You betcha. Hey, what's up, Will Gibbons? Good to see you, sir. Will Gibbons out there. We are live here on MarkHokeShow.com. I got the banner hair, the camera hair off center, but that's okay. It's about to get really knocked off center because this guy's joined in. We got Ace McFarland from Zen Poker Mentoring.
Living the dream,
coming
baby.
on the board. I'll tell you what.
Living large.
You're not a large guy. You're tall.
Living
I wouldn't call you large, per
a lot of
se.
investment here.
No, that's all right. You're investing in your stomach. That's okay. It's a nice savings fund. I've got one too.
There's a couple dozen that keep walking by.
Yeah.
We're actually small.
I know. It's amazing.
Poker player physique.
It's
Riveting
good.
radio.
I know. I gotta move over here. I'm like all off kilter. There we go. That's better. You say either, I say. Start doing some Bob Hope, Bing Crosby movies. There's a reference for everybody, huh?
Yeah. I'm not old enough to know who they are, but
Bullshit.
you say so.
The Road to the Rio. You know that. Don't even give me that.
Road to the Rio.
Don't even give me that. We're live here at the Rio, of course, covering the World Series of Poker, having a great time down here. I'm Mark Hoke. If you haven't seen me before, where the hell have you been over these past 4 years? You've got to be a total, well, no, you don't. You don't have to be a total moron. But we are, we got Ace sitting in here for a minute. We've got all this great action going on. And
One of your fans just showed up.
Hey, all right. I love that. I love that.
Says, which one of you is Mark Hoke?
It is radio. It is radio.
He's a huge fan. Which one is it? Because we look almost identical.
I know. It's stunning.
It's scary.
You're like my big brother.
From another mother.
We are so screwed today. I
got
got to
too
tell
much
you,
sleep last night.
I should have. We took the day off yesterday. And this is what I do on my day off. Okay, I'm not in the Rio. I'm not in the all-encompassing world of the World Series of Poker for a day. I've escaped the orbit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do I do?
You went and played poker.
I work at the plaza for 6 hours. Go and get the wife, and then I go shopping for more equipment.
Oh. Can they hear me hitting my head on this?
I did get to go to the Genghis Grill yesterday. If you've never been to the Genghis Grill, it's good stuff.
It's not on my radar, but I have definitely heard of it.
Yeah, you get down there, you get all the meats, and you put them in a bowl, and you get all your salt seasonings and your veggies, and you take them over to the guys, and they sizzle it up for you.
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Where is that located?
Henderson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Discovered that out in North Carolina. Great place. So if you're in the area, you go, I give it a recommendation. It's kind of healthy, too, if you don't overdo it.
One of my favorite restaurants, since we're talking foods, because we're both foodies.
We are.
We just went out to eat the other night at Herbs and Rye.
Oh,
been to Herbs and Rye
I
yet?
haven't, but I've heard of it.
Happy hour, I think it's 5 to 8. It's half-price steaks. It's the best cooked steak you're ever going to get in Vegas.
Whoa.
And it's a Prohibition-style beverage menu. So they have
Wow.
it from eras, like, say, 1910 to 20, 1930 to 40, and so forth.
Wow.
And it's an amazing it's a hidden treasure. It's the hidden treasure of Las Vegas. Herbs and Rye, just like you'd think.
Okay.
Herb.
I will check that out. That kind of reminds me of Capo's on Tuesday night with the 2-for-1 entrees.
Yeah, very similar. Very, very similar. But I think it's even a little more high-endish
Okay.
without the price tag.
There you go. I'll definitely check that out, too.
But I love Capos.
I love Capo's. As long as you get in safely, that's kind of the key there. By the way, I love how we both try to cover our fat by wearing black today. We did a good
What
job.
do we care?
Look at this, man.
We sit down for a living.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Well, somebody who's been sitting down for a living for a long time hit it big again last night.
Unbelievable. God bless
I'll tell
him.
you what. Let's take a little time here and review everything that happened here at the World Series over the past couple of days and what's going on right now, because we've got a huge final table going on with the Millionaire Maker, too.
Oh, my God. Eric Lindgren's sitting in second position, and you still have Mike Sexton there pulling up the rear in 10th or so.
Among some other big names on there, too. Great group coming back for the Millionaire Maker today.
I can't pronounce his name. He's also an announcer.
I'll pull it up. We'll get it. Let's see. So I'm just going to run through these. Of course, we already talked about Sean Deeb winning his first bracelet the other day, taking down event 15, that $10,000 pot limit Hold'em championship, knocks off Paul Volpe, takes another runner-up finish. Could be headed for a Phil Hellmuth-esque type year if he keeps missing those bracelets. But Paul finishing second on that one, his second runner-up finish here at the World Series. Millionaire Maker's going on right now, and I'm going to refresh this and let everybody know where that is. And they are down to 7 in there at this point. Came back with what a group. Of course, everybody I wish good luck is half of them are gone. Go figure. That never fails. Right now, Javier Zarco is trying to pull this off out of Madrid, Spain. And boy, he built himself a lead, 19,500,000 chips.
There's a household name for you.
But he is could be setting up for a very rough heads up if he hangs on there. Because look who's sitting in number 2, the heads-up specialist, Olivier Bousquet, the man who called me an asshole on Twitter. But it's okay. I still love you, Olivier. It's all good.
Maybe he was just talking about the size of it.
No. He called me an asshole. But it's okay.
I'm glad I'm on your good side, goddammit.
Thank you. I'm just saying what happened. You'll note that I'm not saying anything bad back. I like Olivier.
I get it.
It's just that the liberal comes out in him sometimes, and he lost it. But that's okay. I forgive him.
Doesn't make you or him a bad person.
No.
Yet.
No. Doesn't make me a bad person. Anyway, Olivier Bousquet in second right now. 9 million chips. And our good friend, Arshad Siddiqui, otherwise known as Shetty, one of the Seminole Hard Rock pros, 7.5 million is in third. Randy Pfeiffer, who led the way going into today, is at 5.6. And, of course, Eric Lindgren, looking for another bracelet, 5,250,000 is in fifth place. Adrian Buckley in sixth at 2.9. David Misikowski out of San Diego, 850,000. Justin Peachy has gone down. Mike Sexton finishes ninth. Ian O'Hara finishing 14th. Lucky Chewy 17th.
He is out. Mike's out.
Yep, Mike is out in ninth place. So 7 players remaining, and of course that is a lot of money on the line. $1,277,193.
Well, if they're short, you can lend them some money, right?
I'm gonna pass. But I was just gonna say that'll buy you a lot of those cool hats.
So I got this hat in New Orleans at the Mad Hatter.
And how drunk were you?
It's the oldest hat company in New Orleans, just so you know.
Okay.
And I get a lot of compliments on this, especially from the women.
I like the hat, actually. It's all right. All right, so there's your Millionaire Maker. I'm going to save event 17 for a couple of minutes because I have a rant.
I don't know. Did something happen?
Something did happen in that event. I'm going to save that. We'll come back to it. Event number 18, won by John Gale, another Brit winning a bracelet out here. Takes down the $1,000 Turbo No Limit Hold'em tournament. It is his second World Series of Poker bracelet. Gale
that got over too quick for me.
Wow. Gale defeats Gary Luther. Gale winning $298,290. Let's see. Matthew Vessier in third. Andrew Lee in fourth. Stuart Rudder in fifth. Nitesh Rautani in sixth. Mark Darner in seventh. Sean Rice finishes eighth. Tim Finn finishing ninth. Another one of the big names on that table. So there is event number 18. Event number 19, that is the $3,000 No Limit Hold'em six-handed tournament. They had 22 coming back today. Let me refresh that, see if they're underway. And not yet. But the former WPT World Champion, Kevin Stamen, is leading that group, 459,000. Joseph Thomas in second, 394. Andrew Broussard out of Las Vegas, 378. Matthew Ellsby, 345. Some of your notables in there. Gabriel Nassif coming in sixth. Brian Hastings in seventh. David Chu in 12th. New York Van Hoof also in this group. He's a little short stack, 95,000. Randall Flowers there as well. But Kevin Stamen looking for a bracelet in event number 19. Event 20, $1,500 no-limit hold'em tournament. And that one started off 1,844 players, Ace. Lots of players in that one. 272 are back. Valentin Vorniku,
Another household name.
bringing it home so far, 212,000. Natasha Barber, now she's a household name. Natasha,
She can
147,000.
come to my house.
I love Natasha. She's a sweetheart, terrific lady. She is in second, 147. Salim Ulmeki, 146.2. Ryan Welch in there. Carrie Katzen sitting in fifth. Some of your notables going down the list. I'm working my way down. Daniel Demas sitting there in 22nd. Andy Frankenberger in 29th. Let's keep going here. Jesse Martin in 39th. David Tuthill, Dan Weinman, Ben Hamnet, all in the hunt for the event number 20 championship. Event number 21, $10,000. $10,000 buy-in, Ace.
Is that it?
That's a lot.
That's it? How much do you want?
Omaha High-Low 8 or better championship.
Is my buddy Oase still in that? Oase Ahmed?
I don't know. We can take a look here. That's what's great about
Why don't you
these
scroll
computer
down a
events.
little bit?
I will scroll down. Scott Tuttle leading the way, 172,300 as he comes in today. And, of course, look who's there, Tom Schneider, the Donkey Bomber.
Yeah, Tom, I actually just sent out a run good to him this morning about that. So him and Maria Ho was also in it earlier this morning.
There you go. And Josh Aurier in Gregory Jameson third, Josh Aurier in fourth, Jeffrey Vaughn in fifth, Anthony Zeno in sixth, Ken Aldridge seventh, Sean Deeb looking for another bracelet. He is in eighth. And let's keep rolling down here. Just some of the bigger names. George Danzer there in 19th. Haven't heard that name so far this World Series too much. So good to see George getting into it. Randy Oles there. Michael Moa. The Prince of Darkness. I love the Prince. Why don't you sign the Prince of Darkness? He should be a Zen Poker mentoring pro just for the name.
Just for the name?
Just for the name. The Prince of Darkness. Scott Clements there. Elia Lesra. Alan Barry, Paul Volpe, Mike Matiso, first time we've really seen his name up on the list here. He is sitting in 44th to start this day off. So a lot of great names, of course, always in the 10K. But
We do have a couple of surprises coming up before the end of the month, so
Oh,
stay tuned.
oh, sounds
You'll
good.
be the second one to know.
Okay, that works. And I think that's all for what's going on so far. We're starting up today. This crowd doing the $1,000 no limit hold'em tournament, event number 22, and then starting later today, the $1,500 no limit deuce to 7 draw low ball. When are we going to see clinics on the no limit deuce to 7?
You know, we actually are going to do a mixed game clinic.
Nice.
Absolutely are.
Sounds
Without a
good.
doubt, we get some of the best mixed game guys out there with Brian Rass, Jeff Matson, Oase Ahmed, Tom Schneider. Get a lot of guys available.
You bet. So, oh, there's Jen. What are you doing? Ace is flipping out over here. That's all right. Now, let's go back to event number 17. This, of course, the big one last night as Phil Hellmuth wins the $10,000 Raz
That's
Championship.
Just amazing. God bless him.
Bracelet number 14 goes up into the trophy case for Phil Hellmuth as he knocks off, let's see, I know it was on Michael Gorodinsky. Comes from behind in that one, and Gorodinsky just got crushed late, doubled up a couple times, but could not come back. And Phil Hellmuth has captured his 14th World
And
Series
he deserves
of
it.
Poker bracelet.
And there's nothing you can say bad about him about that. It's just an amazing feat. It probably won't be matched.
I don't know how he can. I mean, some of the numbers when
So
you
much
look
dedication.
when you look at what Phil has done, is absolutely incredible. Phil, of course, has I think he's one of 2 or 3 guys that have won World Series of Poker bracelets in 4 different decades. Of course, a former world champion as well, and and has won 5 of those bracelets post Moneymaker too. So anybody that says, "Well, he beat small fields,"
Yeah.
of course, those small fields were pretty
It's always
good.
going to be distractors. It's really comes down to jealousy. It really is. I mean, it's that simple, boiled down, simple enough to just jealousy.
Yeah,
We'd all take any one of those bracelets anytime in the money.
you bet. And one thing that happened today, and I put this out on my Twitter account at Mark Hoke Show. A guy, just random guy, Never met him, had no idea who he is. Walked by and saw me sitting here doing work, and he said, I can't believe Phil Hellmuth won another bracelet. Or how did Phil Hellmuth win another bracelet? I said, he's good. And the guy said, he's not very good.
Oh,
Now, I mean, and I'm just, and I did not continue the conversation. I didn't continue the conversation because it's an absolutely ridiculous thing to say.
Did you ask him for his Hendon Mob stats?
No, I didn't. I wanted to, because I mean that's just unbelievable to sit there and say that the guy's no good. People like to bust his chops on cash games. Well, let me throw this number out for you. On the biggest stage in poker, the World Series, I have a little chart thanks to Poker Listings on their Twitter account. 14 first place finishes, 52 final tables.
That's just a sick number.
10 runner-up finishes. You flip some of those, he could have had 20 bracelets right now, and he had some.
I didn't realize he ran it up that many times.
Yeah, I mean, the one year where he had 3 second-place finishes,
right?
Including the one that really got away from him against Rasty a while back in the Players' Championship.
God bless. Thank you, Rast.
Yeah, good for you. 3 third places, 5 fourth places, 5 fifth places, 8 sixth places, 2 seventh, 8 fourth, and 1 ninth.
And a partridge in a pear tree. That's just amazing numbers.
I mean, what more do you want out of the guy?
Well, he can't play poker.
I mean,
where does that even come from? That's just ignorance.
And it just blows me away. Look, I can say this. Phil, very brash at the table, no question about it. Plays the poker brat thing to the T. You know him away from the table.
Sure, absolutely.
I've spent a little bit, nowhere near as much time as you have, but I've spent time with Phil, and he has never been anything but nice to me.
Absolutely.
Never.
Absolutely. He's not what he appears to be. He's a very consummate man. He's a workaholic for his sport. He does the best he can when he's out there, and you can't begrudge him. There's nothing you can begrudge that gentleman. He works harder than anybody else at what he does.
And certainly, I think people don't understand that the poker brat persona isn't really.
It's not.
Phil. It's not.
He doesn't want us to say that, but it's.
Oh,
not.
I know he hates when we say that, but he's marketed that. It's something that came to him and has worked out for him.
As a young man, he was, but he got stuck into it, and it served him well. Him and his family very well.
Yeah, obviously, why? Don't break up the money train.
No.
I remember we tried to mellow out a couple of years ago when he had those second places. I think maybe he must have felt like it took the edge off or something. And
yeah, I can see that.
But
I can see that.
It's just frustrating. Why in poker do we have to tear apart people's success? I mean, it happens in every profession everywhere, but especially in poker, it just seems like people want to destroy somebody when they succeed. I don't get it.
I have a similar. I receive emails all the time from people with Zen Poker, and they're not anonymous. They actually send them with their email addresses, and so I get to Google them and look them up and check them out in Hendon Mob and so forth. And I'm too nice of a person to expose them out to the world.
Right.
But I mean, I had one recently, similar to somebody saying something dumb about Hellmuth, actually badmouth Maria Ho for being a woman in poker.
Oh, Jesus.
And so I Googled this gentleman, and he had a total of almost $700 in cashes.
Wow.
And I would love
Stunning.
to do something, but it's just not in my nature to do that.
Yeah.
But it's just people just make weird, blatant statements without anything to back it up.
No, and it's always good for poker, whether you like Phil or you hate Phil. When Phil wins, it's good for the
poker.
game.
Absolutely.
We're in a spot right now where we're just finished up the Millionaire Maker, but then we're kind of getting ready to hit a little bit of a lull here as we go into Ladies' Week, Seniors' Week. Not that it's not going to be busy or exciting around here, but we're the Monster Stack coming up.
Week.
So this like 5-day period is kind of and now we
got something to talk about.
You got something to talk about, and
Phil will help us talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's always good when your superstars in the game win.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I just don't understand why people can't Can't just look at the guy and say, wow. You know, I mean, I pulled up. I was trying to come up with a comparison in athletics, and one that I thought of fairly quickly was, you look at Bill Russell in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Russell won 11 championships.
Being from Boston, I'm familiar with that.
I thought Jackie was gone, by the way. We were supposed to have dinner. I'm going to miss her. Okay. So I got you tonight. You're all mine. There you go. Russell's won 11
We
championships.
digress.
Yeah, I had to digress for a minute. It's Jackie. Other than other Celtics, the next guy down, Robert Horry, has won 7 NBA championships. Like I said, you have other Celtics there like Sam Jones, and Casey Jones, and all the Tommy Heinz and all those guys. But I mean, that's just like everybody else is here, and then there's up here. And when you look at what Phil has been able to do in the World Series of Poker, I mean, there's no comparison now. There's just no comparison.
No, I mean, like you said earlier, I mean, before people had a knock on them about the size of the fields. Now the size of the fields are still there, and they're still saying the same baloney because they don't understand. If you've played poker, I've played poker. Hopefully most of the people that are criticizing play poker, but you know to get to a final table is an undertaking, to say the least.
Right.
And then to sustain it and to get all those 52 appearances at a table. I mean, I was so ecstatic when I made a circuit event. He came in second. I thought that was the time of my life, and I can't imagine what he's going through with what he does. It's just phenomenal.
And look at, I mean, you look at this group, and you know now the knocker. You know, I heard some knockers saying, "Oh, it's only 103 players. It's 10K buy-in. It's always going to be small." This is the group. This is the group of players. Look at the. We got 16 players here going into last day. Here's your list. You had Gorodinsky, who's a good player. Adam Owen, Mike Leah, Thomas Keller's on this final table, Stephen Chidwick, Brandon Shaq Harris, Sean Deeb, Eric Wasserson, Eric Seidel, Tommy Hangzer, World Series bracelet winner, Thomas Butzhammer, who had a great year. I think he won one last year too, or came close. Ben Yu on there. I mean, come on. What do you want from the man?
That's a daunting field.
I would, anybody that says and say, well, Phil sucks, go ahead and try and beat those guys. I'll give them 5 times the stack, and they won't beat those guys.
Taking any 101 guys and stick them together, and you try to win that. It doesn't matter if it's $10,000 or $10. It's still a daunting task. 101 people, you said it exactly. It's still a daunting task. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, I think people just have to look at the guy. I mean, and you're not going to say he's the greatest poker player of all time, because we all know that Phil is sometimes struggles in the cash a little bit. At some of the higher levels.
Different strategies. He doesn't doesn't change over very well.
Yeah, but
transition is the word I was looking for.
But it's like when you look on the biggest stage in the game, and just how now distinguished he is, far beyond anybody else in the history of poker. What more can you say about the guy?
The best tournament poker player wouldn't be a stretch.
No. I don't know. I mean, I would have to really sit down and think about, who. I mean, I think I think of players maybe like Carlos Mortensen and so on that are in that class. But at the same time, does Carlos have the results that Phil does in the World Series of Poker? No. What more can you do? I mean, you got rid of the knock of he can only win Hold'em events. Well, now he's won 2 Raz titles.
Negrano tweeted something the other day. Who knew that he was a Raz player?
Yeah, I don't think Phil knew he was a Raz player.
It was pretty funny.
But good for him. But yeah, so I think it's about time that we, like I said, whether you like the guy or hate the guy, we got to start looking at him and celebrating what this man has done in the game. And he's still, how old is he? I mean
50.
50?
He's 50. He can play in the seniors event this year.
He's still got, oh my God.
50. He can play in the seniors this year.
Do you think Phil will play the seniors?
I would love it.
Let me look at the schedule a second, because that has me very curious. Where's the schedule here? Seniors is coming up. Yeah, Friday the 19th. So
Poker is doing something on the 18th for the seniors. That was just a rumor.
Yeah. There you go.
With Dan Heimiller, the 2014 seniors champion, will be doing the hand labs.
There you go. That'll be kind of fun.
Plug.
Very good plug, too. That was nice. I like how you
smooth transition.
Put that right in there. It's beautiful. So coming up, like a couple days before that, $1,500 pot limit Omaha, $10,000 no limit home 6-handed championship. Could probably see Phil entering that. $3,000 no limit hold the next day, plus the 1,500 10-game mix, and then the seniors event starts on Friday.
You never know.
What is the over-under on Phil entering the seniors? I would,
Wynn's the only one that I know that'll take action like that, but they probably would.
Let's see, and that's
If you proposed it to them, they probably would.
that starts on Friday. Well, then Sunday is the Poker Players Championship.
That's a big draw. Everybody
So-
plays that. Aren't they changing the name of that to the Mizrachi Trophy or something?
No, I think it's going to stay the Chip Reese Trophy. Just a hunch, but I don't know. I mean, he's got the Poker Players
Maybe they can
Championship
share it.
there.
Yeah.
I think he'd be kind of pissed if he made the final table of the seniors event had to miss the Poker Players Championship. So I'm gonna lean towards no.
But there's so many breaks in the seniors event, he could probably jump into another game during break.
Good point. Might be able to pull it off. That would be.
I'm going to get in trouble for that one. We have the super seniors now. Why are they doing that? What's the reason behind that, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
I hope they got a good sponsor for that. There's some good ones out, good potential out there.
It's going to be a good time around here that week.
Oh, it should. But congratulations to Phil Hellmuth and
Absolutely.
And haters, just let it go. It's just time to let it go.
They need something to do.
Yeah, it's frickin' Babe Ruth. I mean, I'm sorry, but he is who he is at this point. 14 World Series Poker Players. Thanks, Travell. I was thirsty.
I think he trusts you.
Yeah. There's Travell going off. Oh my God, I love it. All right, so there you go. So there's what's happening there. Ace, you want to stick around through the break, or you got work to do?
Oh my God, I do have to go to work for a living, unfortunately.
Okay.
But if it gets really interesting and you get a good guest, not like me, I might come back.
Okay. So you want to give a plug about the Zen Poker mentoring here real quick?
Absolutely not. I mean, everybody knows that June 18th, we're having Dan Heimiller, 2014 Seniors Champion.
Yeah.
In the Belize Room for half a day for only $250.
Wow.
With lunch from All American Dave. And then June 25th, Maria Ho. And I know she's a woman, although somebody likes to send me emails that let me know that. She's going to be phenomenal. We're really excited about both of those people. And then we wrap up our series on July 4th with Joe Cata.
Nice.
And hopefully...
Champ.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Main event champion, Joe Cata.
Should be good. So make sure you check it out at zenpokermentoring.com. And you can get registered and have a good time.
Thank you very much.
All right. Ace, thanks for stopping over, buddy. Appreciate it. Yo, Ace McFarland, Zen Poker Mentoring. Right down the hallway. If you find me, you can find the Ace. No question about it.
Mark Hoke Show.
You betcha. All right. So we're going to step back, take a break, and we have a couple of interesting other interesting stories going on here. Who is it? All right. So Travell is calling Randy Pfeiffer. He's called the shot. Go book it right now. All right, so stick around, everybody. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show, live from the World Series of Poker 2015 edition. So stick around. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
I'm here with two-time WSOP bracelet winner Rep Porter. Rep, you just launched a new poker training site, thepokeracademy.com. What's one tip you can give to players that will immediately improve their game?
One mistake I see a lot of newer tournament players make is they vary their bet size depending on their hand strength. Some players, when they have a big hand, bet big, and when they have a small hand, bet small. Other players bet smaller when they want you to call them and bet bigger when they want you to fold. These type of betting pattern tells are very easy to pick up on if you're sitting at the table with the same player for a long time. It's really important in tournament play to keep your bet sizing consistent so that your opponents aren't able to discern what kind of hand you have by the amount that you're betting.
That's a great tip for you from Rep Porter at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. Thepokeracademy.com offers a no-limit tournament course that gives you a comprehensive strategy from the beginning through all the stages of tournament play. Use the link, thepokeracademy.com/mark, to get a free 166-page course guide when you buy the course. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at pokernight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
Only a donkey would call my pre-flop bet with a deuce tray.
Hey, deuce tray is my lucky hand, and besides, they were suited. Man, I played that hand great.
That was a real share my pair hand.
Share My Pair, the best way to share your poker stories with friends, for free. Available from the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Download the app now.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. Pokershop.com.
Hi everyone, Mark here. If you're a poker player like me and looking for something different and exciting to play, you should give Open-Faced Chinese Poker a shot. It has just the right mix of skill, luck, plus a huge dose of the fun factor we're all looking for. There's a reason Open-Faced Chinese Poker has everyone from the recreational player to the top pros hooked on its thrills, action, and unique social interactions you won't find in Hold'em. An incredible game like this has got to be worth checking out. And it's easy to learn, especially by using the ABC Chinese Poker app. Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on iTunes today and find out what everyone's talking about. And if you have questions about the game, tweet at ABC Chinese Poker and they'll be glad to help you along. So join the Open-Faced Chinese Poker community today with the ABC Chinese Poker app, and we'll see you at the tables.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
I got you, everybody. I got myself, actually, didn't miss my mic switch. But anyway, hey, welcome back to the Mark Hoke Show. We're live, ever always here from the World Series of Poker. Hey, don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be on KSHP 1400 AM and KSHP.com at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I have no idea who's going to be on the show. We'll probably get that figured out around 4. it's pretty nutsy cuckoo here at the World Series. We try to get everything lined up, but that show, booking that show ahead of time during the series, I mean, it's like a crapshoot. We just get who we get. We usually get some pretty good guests on the show, so should be pretty exciting. So make sure you join us tomorrow. We'll be on at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern, live from the World Series of Poker. All right. So it's just been, boy, I'll tell you, I'm still steaming about this film. I just can't, I cannot believe that guy came up and said that. I just, what does the guy have to do? What does he have to do to make people say, to get people to stop saying, oh, he's not good? It's just the most ridiculous damn thing I've ever heard. I mean, that's like saying Babe Ruth and Bill Russell weren't good. They just, they just had other people around him. I mean, Phil's doing this by himself, too. Oh, my God, I don't get it. By the way, I got to thank Ace also for doing a little Share My Pair action. Once again, if you want to come down to the booth, we've got patches from Share My Pair. And all you got to do, you take a patch, you put it on, then you do a little click on your little phone, and you tweet it to Share My Pair. You can win a Daniel Negreanu book. No, not hard. Not hard. So come on down, take care of that. Yeah, I'm a little bitter today. I don't know what's going on. I feel a little feisty. I think it's because we have the $1,000 going on, but just looking at some other updates here. Apparently, Eric Lindgren just doubled up a couple minutes ago in the Millionaire Maker. As a matter of fact, tell you what, why don't we go and take a look at where those chip counts are in the Millionaire Maker right now. And it looks like Javier Zarco is taking a little bit of a hit. He's down to 13.6 million. Randy Pfeiffer now back up in second and ninth. Olivier Bousquet at 8.3. Shetty's there at 7.5. Lindgren at 5.1. So he's doubled up to get himself back into this thing. David Misikowski at 3.3 and Adrian Buckley 1.8. Oh, Jackie's here. Oh, I'm so happy. I'll tell you what, this makes my day. Alex Bolatine's here too. Look at this troop. Jackie, you're not coming on air? Yeah. Of course. Man. My ratings are going to go through the roof now.
Oh, that's optimistic.
Well, I can hope. But definitely like looking at you better than looking at me, that's for sure.
Aw, you're too sweet.
I do my best. Jackie, how are you?
I'm good. How have you been?
Very well, thank you.
It's been too long.
I know. It's been like, we got to hang out like at one of the first live events I did.
Is that back at Mohegan?
Back at, actually up at, up there in, we were in Buffalo-ish area for Deep Stacks.
Yeah.
Why am I not remembering the name of the casino? I'm getting so old.
No, me too.
We're up in Niagara Falls.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
This is embarrassing for both of us. My
God.
God. Okay, I'm going to look it up right now because neither of us will be able to take that.
Started with an S.
I can't even spell Niagara Falls today. This is how flustered you get me, Jackie. You know that, right?
This is what poker does to you.
Oh, God.
I was sitting there the other night just dreaming about hand after hand after hand. I was like, I can't even get away from it in my sleep.
That's terrible.
No.
But it's good to see you out here playing. I mean,
yeah, I wish I had longer to stay.
Seneca Niagara Resort and
I
Casino.
knew it was an
There
S.
we go.
Props for that.
Yeah, that's not bad. So it's been a while. So
yeah.
now you've been all over the place. You were living in Las Vegas for a while. Now you're out of here again, which breaks my heart.
Denver, Colorado.
Wait, you smoking pot? What's the deal? Why'd you move to Denver?
No comment.
Okay. Well, why? Okay, but I'll ask this: why did you move to Denver?
Why not? I grew up in Texas, so I'd done the Great Plains, 9 years in LA, so I did the oceans, 2 years here, deserts, mountains, just seemed like the next natural step in my progression across the U.S.
There you go. You know what you do? You need to go to Fargo.
Where?
Fargo, North Dakota.
Fargo. I'm going to pass on that one. It gets cold enough for me in Denver.
It does get cold, but it's a great city.
I think I have to go to like a big city next, like
Okay.
Chicago or New York or something.
Okay.
But I might come back to Vegas.
How about Miami? Why don't you go to Miami?
Eh.
I'm down in Florida a lot. You can hang out.
I don't know. Beach is overrated.
Wow.
I'd rather be indoors playing poker.
She said it. She said it. So, Jackie, you've been playing a few events out here. take us through your World Series experience. What's been going on?
Unfortunately, it's been shorter lived than I would have wanted this year. Just didn't have that much time off from work. But did go play the Millionaire Maker. Made it to day 2 and then pretty much bubbled.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I got it in the wrong spot.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It happens. Next year.
Yeah, but it's been a great time up here at the World Series.
It always is.
What's been standing out to you so far this World Series since you've been here for a couple of weeks?
I don't know. It's been it's just always good to come back here and see. It's like walking into summer camp. Like you walk down the halls and you get to see all your friends and everything. It's just such a good environment to be in. It always lifts my spirits coming here. Even if I don't do well, I leave happy every year. A lot of really interesting. I don't know. I've been watching Dan O'Brien. He's a good friend of mine, so I've been watching him play. He's been doing all right, seems. Brent Hanks. I am really interested to see how Matt Berkey does this year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed, but you should check out his blog. He just released a really interesting story about his life. If you guys get a chance to see that,
okay.
Go on, read it. It's going to be an interesting read. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't. I'm going to have to look
give
that up
away
now.
any
Okay, well, yeah, we don't want to spoil it. So, what's the address? Website? Do you know?
Stand by.
See, now if you're going to plug something,
Got it
you got to have the whole plug ready to go.
Hang on, stand by. All right, here we go. Okay, it's www.wp.me/p as in Paul 6JG0E-VO.
Okay, we'll just go with it.
That's a really long
That's
link.
a shortened link there, I think.
Yeah.
Just a hunch.
It's thevoicewithin.me.
Okay, there you go. That'll work.
That'll be better.
We can remember thevoicewithin.me.
Yes.
Okay.
Thevoicewithin.me.
So we'll have to go check that out. That's pretty cool.
It's a great blog.
So what have you been doing in poker? I mean, and what are you doing with your life right now? I mean, it's been a while since you got to talk.
I still work in television production.
Okay.
That's my area of expertise. Poker finally gets to be a hobby now.
Nice.
It's makes it more enjoyable for me to get to come here and play.
Cool. So what are you doing in production right now? What's
my primary client is the UFC.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm off to Mexico. We have UFC 188 next week or this weekend.
Nice.
On Saturday. It's going to be a good fight down in Mexico City.
Awesome.
I'm really excited for the one in July.
And which one is that?
That would be Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo.
Oh, that'll be fun. I love Conor.
That's going to be a good
I like Conor a lot. He's an enjoyable character.
Oh, he's so great to watch. And he promotes himself very, very well.
Poker players could take a lesson from that.
Yes. You just
really
got to be more controversial.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, he is a little controversial, but he's a lot of fun to watch. How did you get involved with UFC?
Well, actually, it was when I was living out here. I was playing poker pretty much full time. And just kind of hated playing for rent.
Yeah. That's a little rough.
And UFC just kind of fell into my lap. I ran into a cameraman here who was working in the World Series, and we exchanged info, and voila.
Boy, it's amazing how it works sometimes, isn't it?
But it's all because I was here at the Rio playing in the World Series.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. That is fantastic.
How's your summer been going so far?
Pretty busy.
Yeah?
A lot going on. I should talk to you about it.
Yeah. Tell me about this. What have you seen here that interests you?
Oh, boy. Just the whole thing with the Colossus and just with that whole...
payouts. That was interesting.
Were you here for that?
Yeah. I wasn't playing, but I heard a thing or two.
What was your thought? And I'm sure you talked to a lot of the players, too.
I just can't believe that first place was only 600,000. That was surprising to me.
Very.
With 23,000 entries.
Yep.
But they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah.
I'm not a structure guy, so.
I don't think any of us like to be structure people. It's not a lot of fun. Phil Hellmuth winning his 14th bracelet yesterday.
Yeah, the Raz event.
Unbelievable.
That was fantastic to watch.
How do you feel about Phil Hellmuth? And where his? Because you've been doing poker production. I mean, I'm sure you've had your interactions with Phil.
I love the guy.
I mean, what's the deal? Because I I'll tell this story. I hate to repeat stories, but I'll tell you what happened to me today.
Okay.
A guy came up to me and said, "How did Phil Hellmuth win another bracelet?" And I said, "He's good." And they said, "He's not very good." I mean, where does this come from? There's so much hate for Phil. Among pros, among amateurs, and here he is, the best World Series player of all time. How
is.
does it happen?
I think it's got to be just a personality thing. I think a lot of people just don't like him and think that he's crazy because, I mean, his name is the Poker Brat. He's a little bratty at tables, kind of whiny sometimes, but, you know, I mean, you can't deny the fact the guy is a very strong tournament player. And I also think some of it comes from the fact that I don't think, and I can relate, I'm not a very strong cash game player, which I don't think it's his strong suit. And I'm sorry, Phil, if you're watching this, but I think he's just a stronger tournament player, and I think it takes a different mindset, and that's where his strengths lie. So if you see him playing cash, you might think, oh, this guy isn't that good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just
I like him.
It's just something else to see. You know, I mean, if someone in another sport had done a comparable feat to what Phil Hellmuth has accomplished, we would be celebrating the guy and saying, "Wow, you know, this is the best of all time," and going crazy. And everybody out here, for the most part, is just like, Phil Hellmuth, screw him. You know, I mean, there are people out there that are supportive of Phil, but it's just amazing to see the complete negative reaction.
Yeah. He's a very controversial player in that sense. He's the Conor McGregor of poker.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So what else is going on with you? I mean, God, it's just
not much. Life's good. Can't complain about anything. Just been playing poker when I can, working when I can. It's skiing when I can.
Skiing?
Yeah, doing some skiing in the winter and fishing in the summer and poker in between.
That works.
Yeah.
That's some life balance there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. So headed back to Denver tomorrow and get back to work. Or Mexico, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and off to work, but yeah, it'll be fun. I'm going to go play this 3 o'clock daily, so if you guys are there, watch out.
There you go.
Coming for those chips.
Yes. Go get them.
All right. Thanks.
Jackie, good to see you.
You too, as always.
Yeah, let's say hi again before you go.
Yeah, we can't let it go this long again without saying it.
I agree. Totally.
All right. Talk to you later.
Good luck. Bye. All right, there you go. The queen of the UFC apparently now. She's big time in everybody. This is so awesome. Oh, loving it. Jackie was going to see you, sweetie. All right. So there you go. Good to see Jackie. I've known Jackie. She's been on the production side of poker for a long time, and terrific lady. Really terrific. Good to have her on the show. All right. And I tell you what, let's take care of a little bit of this. Speaking of the show, I want to remind everybody about some of the great things going on with the people that are supporting our show, because of course, we're not sitting here without them. So let's do that real quick. Let's try to do that real quick. And I'm failing miserably. But that's okay. Give me 1 second here. Ta-da, there we go. I'll hit the right button this time. And off we go. Of course, we are the Mark Hoke Show. Coming to you live just about every day from the World Series. Taking a couple days off here and there over the 7 weeks. But make sure you join us at markhokeshow.com. We're doing shows for the most part at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Also jamming in a couple evening shows in here. We've got to be coming up on show number 700 soon. I'm going to have to go back and do the count on that, but I want to thank you all for the support of the show. Of course, our good friends at thepokeracademy.com. Rhett Porter, this brand new training site. Look, the guy's got 2 World Series poker bracelets and already final tabled right off the bat again. We want to thank Rep and the Poker Academy team for the support of the show. Go to thepokeracademy.com/Mark. You get a 166-page course guide along with the course when you sign up, so make sure you check that out. ABC Chinese Poker, the super duper app to play Chinese poker on. All the variations, make sure you check it out. ABC Chinese Poker for your iPad or iPhone today. I mean, maybe somebody else brought their iPad along. They can, get the app. BlueRail.net, our website provider, Bob Lusk and the team they're going to take great care of you, I promise, for e-commerce, business, personal, whatever you need, whatever design you have to come up with. He's got you covered. Make sure you check it out at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go? We also have, of course, our great friends at the PPC Poker Tour. Good Lord. I was starting to book flights for all these events for the PPC Poker Tour today. I skipped one. There's so many going on. It's ridiculous. Coming up in July, we got Tampa Bay Downs during the main event here, July 8th through the 12th. And in Naples, Fort Myers, the Gulf Coast Open, July 22nd through the 26th. Also then in August at Ho Chunk in August 4th through 9th, Daytona Beach. August 11th through the 16th. Tunica, August 17th through the 23rd. And Maryland Live, August 23rd through the 30th. Don't even mess around. Just go get that at ppcpokertour.com. Good friends, pokershop.com, 10% off. I got to back that up. I ran that promo too long. Let me back up here for a second. Our good friends at pokershop.com, 10% off with the code HOKE for all your supplies. Go to pokershop.com right now. We're going to be giving away some sets of cards and wooden chip cases, 1,000 wooden wooden chip cases here at the World Series. We still haven't decided we're going to do that yet. I'm probably going to think about that in the next couple of days. Go to pokershop.com and pick some great stuff up today. Live and love it, pokershop.com. Nevada Poker League, free poker, so when you bust out of these tournaments, well, you got something to do. Go and check out one of the 20 locations at the Nevada Poker League today. We would certainly appreciate it. Cash and prizes. They're giving away all sorts of main event seats for a certain poker tournament series. Go to NevadaPokerLeague.com. Hey, share my pair. We're doing that promo with the patches, but well, I'll tell you, why tell the story a million times? Just tell it once. Go to Share My Pair. Download that for your phone today and Share My Pair. Oh, dear God. Just start sharing your hands right now. The Grindettes, of course, the great ladies team. Katie Stone, Katie Dozier, Jen Shahadi, Jamie Kerstetter. Go to Grindettes.com. Learn all about these fantastic women in poker. And, of course, follow them on Twitter at Grindettes and Facebook. The Grindettes, and, of course, a part of our show on KSHP 1400 AM, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific. Let's see what's got. Poker Night in America. Good friend Todd Anderson and the team bringing the #1 television poker show to you on CBS Sports Network, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. Make sure you check out all the fun. And even me, I hear I may be on an episode coming up soon. A little thing we did at Poker Night in America. And, of course, you can check out the show. Follow us at Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show, and, of course, on markhokeshow.com for these live shows on KSHP 1400 AM and KSHP.com around the world. Stop coming up to me and saying, I can't listen to your show. I don't live in Vegas. KSHP.com. KSHP.com. That's all you have to do. There you go. We have, I don't know if I would call it a special guest.
I am the most special guest. Do you like how I snuck in there right at the right moment?
Yeah, that was cute. This is my wife, Kristen. Say hi.
Hi. Yeah.
Well, you wanted to be on the show.
Yeah. I just got here. I valeted it for the first time.
Wow.
Because I'm wearing 5-inch heels and I'm not walking a mile.
Poor baby. Poor
you
baby.
can benefit from this too. You don't have to walk a mile either.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. I got to talk about a story now, and keep in mind, yes, I do know. So if you know about this, just be quiet for a minute.
What's the story?
No, but there's a very interesting story here. As soon as I had it and I lost it, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna dig it up. This is unbelievable.
What is it?
Are you ready for this? I'm glad you're here because we can talk about this.
Okay.
Apparently, the players of the World Series, poker players live to complain.
Yes.
That's what they do.
I've noticed this. I live with you.
They apparently are really upset at the World Series because the chips are overly round.
What?
After numerous, and this is courtesy of BC Poker, actually bonuscodepoker.com. The World Series of Poker is apparently getting some fire from players that are saying that the chips are far, far too round. In a tweet from Poker Gods in Here, the tweet says, WTF is up with WSOP chips. It's like a stack of tiny wheels. Very badly spelled, by the way.
Wait, aren't poker chips supposed to be round?
They are supposed to be round, but apparently,
square.
But apparently, players are seeming to think that their chips are apparently. Let me find the quote on this.
Boggled. What's it say about Nolan Dalla there?
I'm getting into. We give me
okay.
Shh, quiet. I'm just sliding down the article here real quick. But apparently, the players have supposedly uncovered a vast conspiracy to increase the ovality of the tables in order to make the chips appear rounder.
So are the chips actually rounder, or are they only appearing rounder?
Well, it's hard to say.
What?
Seth, WSOP media person Seth Polanski says chips are round. They're round. They've always been round. I don't even understand what you're asking me to comment on.
Yeah, I thought they were always round too.
Nolan Dalla issued a response saying on his blog saying our chips are exactly as round as they should be.
I stand by Mr. Dalla.
I don't know what to say about this.
Wow.
About this story because I played with the chips. I mean the new cards, the Modianos.
Are the cards going to be too rectangular now?
I don't know. I mean, but these extra round chips, I don't know what to say except this story is completely fake.
Oh, it's got to be or something. This is ridiculous.
This story is completely fake. I just found this. PokerFuse actually tweeted this article out today.
Are you serious?
But I looked at it, and of course, the bonus code poker.com is a spoof site, kind of like The Onion.
Oh. So you had me going thinking.
See, but everybody out there
legit.
believed that story. I guarantee you, they believed that this was legit.
Oh my God. I was going to say, if they're complaining about the roundness of the chips, that's probably a good day. There's other things they could probably find to complain about. But if that's the only thing, that's not so bad.
But I got to give these guys, fool you. But yeah, I got to give these guys credit.
That's not real.
This is a great site.
Now that link that says fake poker news.
They have some great stories on here, like man who gets full tilt refund check, can't remember what full tilt is. They have Lock Poker changing their logo to an extended middle finger. All sorts of great stuff on here. So if you want to get a good laugh, I recommend this site. It's bonuscodepoker.com, and they have some bonus codes for players. And this is actually an overseas site, but it's pretty funny. So make sure
I want to read that.
Yeah, so make sure you check it out, guys. I just wanted to give them a plug, but I don't know if they fooled PokerFuse or not, who is very kind of one of the sites that hosts our podcast so people can listen to it. But yeah, pretty funny stuff there.
That's
from
hilarious.
bonuscodepoker.com.
The roundness
the
of
chips
the
are
chips.
2 rounds.
I was going to go interview random players.
We could ask that, though. Actually, that's something we could do later this week. See if anybody wants to comment on the I think we'll do that. That. That'd be kind of funny. All right, so
I'd
there
love
you
to
go.
hear the responses.
I would too, for sure. All right, so there you go. So there's that little story. Got him. All right.
You got me.
Let's step back, take one more break, and we'll be stepping out of here soon for our show today. So we will be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. I want to thank you for joining us here live from the World Series of Poker. Stick around, everybody. We will be right back.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. Pokershop.com. There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America. Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go? Heads up, everyone. It's time for the ABC Chinese Poker App Tip of the Day.
Try to make a good hand in all 3 rows. That's what makes the game both fun and challenging. Except for a big pair on top for Fantasyland, try to improve all the rows, not just maximize one while neglecting the others. For example, it's usually good to pass on a flush on the bottom if you can improve another row significantly instead. You have plenty of chances to catch the 5th diamond later.
Want to get in on the Chinese poker action with over 1 million games played every day? Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on your iPhone or iPad today. From Vegas to Miami and all over the world, it's the #1 Chinese poker app, ABC Chinese Poker.
Only a donkey would call my pre-flop bet with a deuce tray.
Hey, deuce tray is my lucky hand, and besides, they were suited. Man, I played that hand great.
That was a real share my pair hand.
Share My Pair, the best way to share your poker stories with friends, for free. Available from the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Download the app now.
Nevada poker players, it's time to get in the game with the Nevada Poker League. Play for free to win cash at every location, plus you also can win poker cruises and even a $10,000 World Series of Poker main event seat. It's a great way to play poker at no risk, make new friends, and build up your poker bankroll. The Nevada Poker League is never closed and is running games 7 days a week at a location near you. So what are you waiting for? Visit the NevadaPokerLeague.com right now for all the info. Don't wait. Play poker for free and cash in today with your friends at the Nevada Poker League.
Most poker websites drop you into a sea of videos and it's choose your own adventure time. You'll learn a lot of great moves from pros, but they don't teach you how they fit into your game. Isn't there a better way to learn tournament poker? We think so, and that's exactly what you'll get at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. We teach you how all the tactics of tournament play fit together into a comprehensive strategy topped by a 2-time WSOP bracelet winner. Use the link thepokeracademy.com/mark to get a free 166-page course guide when you sign up. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back here live at the World Series of Poker. Yeah, just talked to one of the dealers, won't say which one.
A dealer.
But there was a controversy here last week.
What was it?
They reduced the pay of the dealers down to like $10.78 a pound.
Oh, Nate posted that. I saw that.
They weren't happy. And apparently what happened on that story was, and we just got a little information about it, was during the Colossus, while a lot of tables were opening up, as the tournament breaks, and reduces players, obviously the tables are going to open up. There's not going to be anything going on them. Well, instead of scheduling people to either, go over to live or whatever, they left these tables dead. So these dealers were stuck rotating through on empty tables for hours because they made a mistake.
That's stupid.
Terrible mistake.
Oversight on somebody's part.
Yeah, so a lot of money got paid out to the dealers for doing nothing.
Well, there's a plus.
Well, there's a plus, but then there was a minus because then that next week they lowered their downs down to only $10.78, which is way low. And apparently a lot of dealers left the World Series of Poker dealing rotation.
For the remainder
Because
of
of
the series?
For the remainder of the series, they quit.
Wow.
So, yeah, from what we were just told, the sheet's down about 4 pages, which takes it, about 125 to 150 dealers out of the mix.
Damn.
Here at the World Series. Now they may come back. They're supposed to get back to their normal pay rate, which is a few dollars higher pretty soon. But that was a little bit of a controversy there.
Wow.
Happened at the World Series. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, there's been some.
This is a controversial series. Lots of issues.
There's been a lot of administrative things. Melanie Weisner's here, by the way. She's running away from me though. Melanie,
Bring her on the show.
Well, I love that. I like having Melanie on the show. But
Okay.
I wish I'd have had the fan cam on right there. I really do.
Yeah, you should have.
That was vertical running at its finest. Usually, if you're going to run, you kind of put your head down and go. No, that dude was standing straight up. I love the World Series of Poker.
I love the characters you see here.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
I saw them.
This happens all the time.
last year.
But I think one thing that has been very interesting, as well as a lot of things have gone here at the World Series. Boy, there's just been some administrative type things with the payouts and registration that just haven't gone smoothly. I mean, there's that situation with the dealers that certainly affects the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of glitches on that side of things.
Who's in charge of that?
That falls at the feet of Ty Stewart and the team. So I don't know what to say about that.
We need to get Ty Stewart on here.
Yeah.
Or Nolan.
That'd be interesting having Ty on right now. But anyway, so all sorts of silly little stuff going on at the World Series. But of course, some big stuff going on. The Millionaire Maker continues to roll on its final table. Javier Zarco at $13,600,000. Olivier Bousquet at $10,200,000. Randy Pfeiffer at $9.6 million. Shedi Siddiqui at an $8.7 million. David Miskowski at $2.65 million. Adrian Buckley at $1.8 million. And Eric Lindgren takes another hit right back. And it goes down to $1.2 million in chips. So 7 players still remaining in the Millionaire Maker, with Javier Zarco leading the way on that one. The the Event 19 $3,000 limit hold'em 6-handed tournament, and this is kind of big for everybody because Brian Hastings, of course, had all these bets about bracelets and Player of the Year and so on. He has now taken the lead in the $3,000 limit hold'em 6-handed event, $620,000 with 14 players left in that tournament. Joseph Thomas, Matthew Ellsby, Kevin Stamen, the lead early chip leader going into today, is now down in 4th place at $400,000. Alexander Kuzmin, Harun Sapamaz, William Kakan, Gabriel Nassif, Andrew Broussard, Matt Harlienko, Ronnie Bard is still in there, Daniel Hamnitz, Igor Surikhov, Dave Tobin, David Chu, and Sean Barrios still alive. Well, that's 16, so I don't know why they have 14 remaining. There's obviously some sort of error. See, this is another fascinating thing about players here at the World Series. Why do they keep touching that? We have our little barricade in front with a little strip, and people either are grabbing it or running their hand over it.
Before you had the barricade, you were complaining that they were knocking on the table.
I don't understand.
Look, it's just a thing. You walk by something, you have to touch it.
No, that's not true.
It is. I do it. Plenty of people do it.
I don't know what to say. It's just
Look, it is what it is. They're not messing with your camera. They're not knocking anything over. Let them touch the thing.
Let them touch the thing.
Let them touch the barricade. Who cares?
All right, whatever.
There are more things to be concerned about, like the roundness of the chips.
Yes, the roundness of the chips. By the way, speaking of crazy round chips, actually we should be talking about pucks. Matt Stout and I got in a little Twitter discussion about who the number one Rangers fan in Las Vegas is. As you know, one of our co-hosts on our KSHP show, Joe Payne, has actually kissed the Stanley Cup.
Joe kissed the Stanley Cup?
Yeah, when he was working for the Rangers. He's been a lifelong Rangers fan.
Wow.
Matt Stout has a Rangers tattoo, and of course, huge Rangers fan. Actually proposed to his girlfriend at a Rangers game.
Why aren't you romantic like that? I'm kidding.
So there's a debate going on because Joe has it in his Twitter account that he's the number one Rangers fan in Las Vegas, and Matt took umbrage with that statement. So at some point, we're going to set up a challenge with Matt Stout and Joe Payne to see who the biggest Rangers fan is.
And what will that challenge entail?
Oh, just you wait. I'm cooking it up.
I want to know.
No, I'm not telling.
Damn it, we have to wait.
You have to wait. You have to
Rude.
wait. All right. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap it up for right now. So we got a couple of one final table going on right now with a Millionaire Maker, another one coming up here later this afternoon, so you can check those out on WSOP.com. And we're going to hang out here, say hi to everybody. So if you want to come down and say hi to us at the booth, we'd certainly appreciate it. Well, say hi to me.
Say hi to me. Especially if you have a nice pair.
Anyway.
We'll share it.
Wow. All right. So that is going to wrap it up for us today. Want to thank Ace McFarland and Jackie Williams for stopping in. Do appreciate it. Always good to talk to them. And we will have more from the World Series of Poker tomorrow as we get ready for the Monster Stack coming up this weekend. Should be a wild couple of days here at the WSOP as, of course, we had record numbers for that tournament last year. We're going to see if we can do it again. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow for sure here at 2 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Mark Hoke Show. I'll have this posted up on YouTube as soon as we can. So make sure you just search Mark Hoke on YouTube. You'll find it and all the other great shows we've done so far this series. So we will catch you all later. Have a great day and enjoy yourself. Good luck to everybody here at the World Series and in all our major tournaments. Have a great afternoon.